This is Big Johnny Reno from San Diego. Welcome to Dope TV. It's time. When you're wrapped up in the system, doing crime, or on parole, probation, doing violations, when you go into jail, you're going to have a celly. You never know who it's going to be. I've had some good cellys, a lot of good cellys. Truthfully, I've been really lucky on the celly thing. I'll keep it real. In fact, a couple of my cellys, well, more than a couple, I'm still in touch with those guys, and I still talk to them today. There were cellys 20 years ago, 15 years ago. You know, it goes on and on, but cellys vary. You know, they really do. But today, we're going to talk about a couple nightmare cellys. So 2005 probably. I'm on the run. I'm in parolee at large. I was out for a few months. I was doing violation after violation at this time. I was caught in the revolving door, and I get cracked on a violation, going to county jail. You know, sit in the holding tanks for a couple days. Finally make it upstairs. Go into the cell, introduce myself, start making my bed, say, hey, what's up? You know, this and that. Who's here and all that. Well, I get this celly, and the first thing he tells me once I get inside and we shut the doors, I'm not discussing my case. I'm in trial right now. I'm just like, all right, whatever. I mean, this dude's been in the building for a while. I'm sure they already checked his paperwork or he wouldn't be there, you know. So I'm just like, you know what? I really don't give a fuck, dude. That's basically where I was at with it. I'm just visiting. And, you know, he was adamant about it. I didn't ask him a single question. Well, within an hour, this motherfucker's telling me all about his case. He's on trial for a double murder. He killed the people with a machete. He's telling me about how it went down, how it felt to do it, how he stood there and watched him die, like the whole nine, you know. And telling me like he went over there to kill these motherfuckers, you know. And it was pretty wild. And whatever, you know. I mean, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Like, dude didn't scare me, you know. It's a big old motherfucker though. This guy was about 6'3", 285, 290. He wasn't all there though, you know, obviously. And he you know, at the time I was moved in with him, he was in trial. And I think he had been in trial all week, and he had missed a couple psych appointments. And then he like was asleep on the last one, and he waived it. Well, since he missed his psych appointments, they quit giving him his medication. And he was okay for a couple days, but probably about the third day, this motherfucker was losing his grip on reality. This guy was just like a full-blown lunatic, and I'm locked in a cell with him. He started saying like, yeah, I'm going to fucking kill you. You're fucking dead. You know, I didn't know if he was talking to me or not, but after about a day of that fucking type of shit, I kind of started like going, you know. So, like I said, this motherfucker's pretty big. And I thought, you know what, man, I don't have to fucking deal with this motherfucker, because I'm not going to like break it down and move out, you know. So, yeah, I'll keep it real. He was a big guy. I fucking dope fiended his ass. You know, I waited until he was making his bed or something, and fucking snuck up behind him and smashed his face into the fucking rack. Fucked his face up. But, yeah, I keep it real. He fucking got me pretty good, you know. I mean, shit got pretty gnarly for a minute. But, you know, whatever. It is what it is. And after that was over, it was kind of weird, man. We actually came into an understanding after that, and we were actually all right. I didn't even move, and I didn't make him move, you know. We just fucking stayed cellies until I caught the chain to Donovan. And, you know, I was out of there. I was only there a couple of weeks, so, you know, I caught the chain pretty quick. But, yeah, that guy ended up getting found not guilty by reason of insanity. And he ended up going to the Patton State Hospital for the Criminally Insane. Imagine that. Alright, so now we're going to fast forward to 2018. Got caught up on the fucking state local prison term. I'm doing a 4-year fucking shot in the county jail. I was having some real good luck with cellys. I had some cool ass cellys. Janky Johnny from Ocean Beach. What's up, dog? Fucking Chris from fucking T-Town. Eh? He was a good celly. And then All Day Ray from Oside. What's up, homeboy? Love your life. And then, so I had a string of good cellies, you know. Like that was for like about a year, you know. Those were my cellies. And they were cool as fuck. And I got along with all of them great. You know, all of us went to the store. We shared shit with each other. We looked out for each other. We had each other's backs. You know, how it's supposed to be. So, you know, 3 good cellies in a row. Well, guess what? I'm bound to get fucked on that one, on the next one, you know? Fucking. So I actually was lucky. I didn't have a celly for about 3 weeks, you know, all by myself. And people are like, hey, don't you get bored not having a celly? I'm like, fuck no, man, this is awesome. Well, it's in the afternoon. We're locked in. I'm in the cell. All of a sudden, some guy comes to the door with his mattress. You know, he's got his, it was after dinner. He's got his fucking chow right there. And red flags went off from the start. I'm gonna tell you that. Like, I usually try not to judge people on how they look and all that. But as soon as I saw this guy, I was like, wonder how this is gonna be. So, dude comes into the cell. You know, I had the cell all dialed in fucking tight too. And, you know, I ask him, hey, well, what are you in for? You know, he tells me, you know, GBI, which is, you know, great bodily injury. It's basically an assault charge, you know. I'm like, all right, that's cool, you know. And, I mean, I'm going to check his fucking charges, that's for sure, especially this guy. So he comes in and he starts, I said, well, what happened? He starts telling me some fucking weird story, you know. Immediately I was like, this shit sounds pretty sketchy, you know. And then he's telling me about like some guy that he attacked, and I asked him what he looked like, you know, and he tells me like, well, you know, the dude had a tattoo of an upside down cross on his face and he had a pentagram. And I'm like, oh, as you can see, you know, I'm like, oh yeah, you think you're pretty fucking funny, don't you, buddy? And I let it go with that. And then I said, hey, I need your fucking, so then I told him, I'm going to need to check out your charges here. So I got his information and I went and checked his shit. And sure enough, man, you know, it's like you check charges the best you can. And you don't ever think about what you're going to do when you get fucking a bad one. He had a bad one. And I was like, okay, that's cool. I'm not even going to get into what his charges were. I mean, it wasn't a chomo or nothing, but, you know, he had some shit that it's fucking frowned upon, you know. Anyhow, okay, fuck it, I'll just say it. He had a child cruelty charge. And, well, let's just say that shit didn't work out good for him, you know. Yeah, so anyhow, over that shit, you know, me and a couple of the homeboys ended up in fucking AdSeg for a little while. It was all good, man. And, you know, none of us got charged or anything. It worked out. He got smashed, you know. He got handled. But it's the kind of the shit you got to think about if you're out there doing crime. You know, when you're in jail, you got to do what you got to do. Doesn't fucking matter what you're in for or, you know, what you think. You know, you're going to get put in situations where you're going to have to deal with shit all the time. So it's something to think about. Hey, I'm going to take off, man. I appreciate everybody watching, and I wish everybody the best, and I'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye.